Hi, we're Susie and Clark Neal from Unicoi Preserves. Welcome to the Ingles table.
Today we're making our air fryer chicken knot wings.
We got everything we need from Ingles, so let's get started.
So you might want to know what a knot wing is. We're showing you how to make chicken wings a little healthier. We're going to cook them in the air fryer. And instead of using chicken wings, we're going to use boneless, skinless chicken thighs. So it's a little healthier for you. These are wonderful Harvest Farms organic chicken thighs. They've taken the bone out of them. I've got gloves on here. I'm going to take this extra little bit of fat off of these.
This is a great trick for when you're looking to lighten up. If you swing into Ingles meat department, look for the boneless, skinless poultry products because you can morph those into a delicious dish that's just like those wings that you like to go and eat out, but these are going to be so much healthier for you, and you got to cook them in that air fryer that you had, and you just don't know what to cook in it.
All right, so when they take the bone out, you get your piece of thigh is all in one piece, and if you flip it over and look, it's got a smaller side and a bigger side, and there's a kind of a flat seam right in the middle. That's where I like to make my first cut.
That looks just like a chicken wing, Clark.
And then, depending on the size of the other piece, you can either cut it into 2 pieces or 3. Some of the thighs are bigger than the others, but
just like real life.
Slice them.
I'm cracking an egg because I'm going to batter these with a new product that I saw in Ingles in the little breading section close to the flour and all the baking goods where you buy your fish fry stuff. They have an air fryer specific mix, and this is spicy chicken. So it's got cayenne pepper, all those spices that you would usually go to your spice cabinet and bring out. It's all in there. So after that busy day that you've had chasing kids around at the office, you just take this little package of ingredients, open it up, dump it in the bowl.
And
How easy is that?
It has got lots of flavor in it. They have a regular flavor if you don't like a lot of spice in your food. We do, and these are buffalo wings, so those are kind of spicy.
Spicy is good.
So we're going to do an egg batter and then a dry batter, and when you're doing this by yourself, it's always a great tip to have one wet hand and one dry hand. I'm going to be the wet hand today. Susie's going to be the dry hand.
And we're both wearing gloves because it's raw poultry.
All that means is I'm going to toss it in the egg wash and then put it in the breading for her to do. That way I don't get gummy fingers with all the breading and the eggs on my hand.
And if you press all these little delicious crumbs onto that chicken, when you put it into the air fryer, you will be rewarded with flavor. Oh, look at that. Doesn't that just look like a little wing?
I know.
No bones about it.
And these things have lots of nooks and crannies, so I'm making sure it's got a good egg wash so that breadcrumb really adheres well. And that's the same thing she's doing.
I missed a little piece.
Flipping
I'll get
them
that
around.
back in there. All that big talking.
Same thing she's supposed to be doing.
Whatever, Clark. You're doing a good job with that egg wash.
Yeah, I might
It does make it so much more fun, too, when you're working in the kitchen with your special somebody.
And this is an easy weeknight meal. You can just go through Ingles on your way home, pick up the ingredients, preheat the air fryer while you're cutting the chicken. We're going to cook these at 400 degrees in the air fryer. If you don't have an air fryer, you can totally do these in your oven on a sheet pan. I'd suggest putting it on a rack. You just want to cook them until they're crispy. They might take a little bit longer in your conventional oven than the air fryer.
And the other part about wings when you're eating them, what's your favorite part? Besides the spicy goodness.
Oh, the blue cheese or ranch.
Yes.
And the carrots and celery to go with it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you know that dip, while I love it, it is not the healthiest thing.
So what's your secret tip for that?
Laura Lynn Greek non-fat yogurt.
All right, we're going to show you how to make a dip. We're going to get these in the air fryer.
Okay.
Now, depending on the size of your air fryer, you might have to cook these in batches. What you don't want to do is crowd these. So if you need to cook them in batches, you can set your oven to 200 degrees and keep the other ones sitting in the pan. Oops, we forgot to spray them, didn't we?
Well, that's okay. We're going to spray them once they get in the basket. Anytime I cook in the air fryer, y'all, I like to use the Laura Lynn cooking spray. It's got oil in it, just a little bit of oil. It's going to spritz out just a little bit. It's going to help them get extra crispy, happy, delicious.
All right.
All right, you have them in there?
Yep,
Be
got them
careful,
in
that
there.
thing's hot.
I know.
Poof, poof, poof. All right, there you go.
All right.
Bake away, sir, bake
And we're
away.
going to cook these for 5 minutes at 400.
5 minutes, that's
Yep.
it.
And then flip them and cook them for another 5 minutes until they're crispy. We'll come back and show you what they look like. Okay, we moved the air fryer back to the back counter because we cooked our knot wings in batches and kept them warm in the oven. This is what they look like before we sauce them. But before we sauce them, I'm going to let Susie show you how to make that dip she was talking about.
Look at that. That looks just like a little wing
I
flat,
know it
doesn't
does.
it? But it's not.
It's not.
Now, if you don't like chicken thighs or you're in a super big hurry, you know Ingles has chicken breasts that are already cut up, the tenders. You could do the same thing with those.
Sure,
So I'd like to give you some options so you can make it your own recipe.
Yeah.
So you know that ranch dip that I love so much? Mayonnaise, sour cream. Trying to make better choices. Eating more Laura Lynn Greek non-fat yogurt. Why not make it into a dip?
It's perfect for this.
Yeah, I've got the Laura Lynn package of ranch dressing, which has got all those yummy spices in it. It's got little parsley flakes, probably even some dill. And I measured out, this is about half a container of that. If you visit ingles-markets.com, you can get the complete recipe with all the quantities of what we're using today.
And while she's mixing that up, I'm going to throw some of these knot wings in this bowl because buffalo wings, I like mine messy and saucy.
We call that swimming.
Right.
We're swimming. They're swimming.
We're going to put some of these guys in the bowl.
This is just like they do at our favorite wing joint. They put them all in that big bowl and toss them with the sauce, bring them out steaming hot. But these are not going to be greasy, y'all. These are going to be so good.
So I'm just going to coat these liberally. You can use as little or as much as you like. But like Susie said, we like our wings swimming. So everybody in the pool,
Those look great, Clark.
toss them to coat on all sides.
Put our dip in the bowl.
Because if they don't have any sauce on them, those are naked wings.
Okay. So I've got a platter ready for you. Earlier today I had some time, so I cut up some celery and carrot sticks. But if you're running short on time, Ingles, visit the produce area. They have containers of these vegetables already pre-cut, ready to go. Those little baby carrots that Ingles has, those are great. Remember those carrot chips that I had that time I did the mess board? Those were delicious too. So any of those, lots of options at Ingles. If you're trying to get more vegetables in, heck, buy yourself one of those party platters and munch on it all week long. That looks great, Clark. I'm going to put this dip over here. And we are ready to party. All we need is some napkins. That looks wonderful.
Remember, you can find this recipe and so much more online at ingles-markets.com.
Thanks for joining us at the Ingles table.
We'll see you next time.
Now to try one
Let's
of
have
these.
one of these.
All right, got to dip it in the sauce.
The dip is going to be spicy.